gonna be way too dark, but we are at the track. And it's coming up close to us getting in line, so I'm just kind of hanging out. I don't have anybody outside filming, so it's just gonna be a quick, easy video. If anything happens, you'll find out. If nothing happens, I probably won't post it. Crazy. There was a bunch of issues happening, so gotta figure everything out. Thank you. Oh shit, we went to 11! No way! No fucking way! I'll do this in a second. We got an 11. Yes, yes. There's a ton to figure out with this tune. Sorry, this is gonna be just a shitty video. But let's see if we have anything right here. So we went a 168.60. We went 123, and we got that 11. There was a bunch of issues with the log. It was cutting. It was doing all kinds of crazy shit, so I have to look it all over, but there it is, the first 11. Again, I apologize for the shitty video, but it's all I can do today. Here in the future, as you guys could see, that video wasn't great. It's hard, especially at nighttime, to film with kids and family, and that's all we could do with that video. But as you can see, it's much later from that video. It is the off season right now, and you can see I have the transmission out, have it apart. Still have one more. There's still one more racing video, and you know the same theme goes where just couldn't shift the car. Same thing in this video, could not shift the car. Well, it turns out second gear is just totally cooked. There you go. Second gear is cooked, it's very rounded, and you can see first gear is missing lots of teeth. Now I think the first gear missing teeth is just from this thing launching and making all that power, and the second gear rounded off. I don't know, that's why I couldn't shift. A couple things in that video, so couldn't shift, that's why. And then I wanted to go back up to the lanes, and what I did was I refilled my tank, because it turns out my fuel pump actually dislodged and it came out because I'm running a stock Mark III tank, and that's something that I'm going to address soon, hopefully. Anthony gave me a spare tank, put a fuel cell up in the front. Running a stock tank, I have a Hellcat pump in there, and what happened at the track was the pump actually dislodged and it came off. So that's why I had no fuel pressure, because the car told me that the level sensor said I had 3 gallons, but since it fell over, it was being held up saying it had 3 gallons when really I had no gas in the car. I had no E85. So that was the fuel pressure issue. What was happening was I launched the car, dropped down to 20 PSI. By 3rd and 4th gear, I was at like 10 PSI of fuel pressure and it was cutting out. Luckily, the engine held up. But the next big thing was I filled it up with fuel, fixed that issue, and when I got back into the lines, my oil cooler exploded. So this is a drag car. So I had an OEM oil cooler that usually goes right here. You usually have this big piece and then this cap's on the end of it. Well, what happened was it was a Euro tuning one. And if anybody knows anything about aftermarket parts, Euro Tuning is probably one of the worst companies, but they make a lot of stuff for our cars. So I bought it, it was brand new, but it started leaking at the seam. It was pissing oil out, so I had to call it. I couldn't fix it at the track. So I brought it back home, and what I did was I took the oil cooler totally out of the equation. I took my metal cap and I brought it over to my vise, and then I just ran a die all the way down, cut off the excess, and then I just screwed it right here into the flange. So there's no more oil cooler. Oil comes in and then it comes back out just like it would normally, but it's just not being cooled. It's not a big deal. Remember, this is not a track car that goes around the track. This is a track car that goes straight on the track. So start the car up, warm it up, go to the end of the track, no issues. We have lots of upgrades coming. You guys will see it in some future videos, but for the most part, this car is going to be getting 2 major upgrades this off season, and hopefully you guys stick around. So if you like what you saw today, give me a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all you guys watching. Try to share some videos if you can. Also, remember, whenever you come out to any events to see the car, I do have some stickers. Come up, say hi, I'll give you a sticker. The next race upcoming is Street Wars, and that's in March, but I don't know how the weather will be. We got all this snow now, so who knows how it'll be in March. But we are also trying to get the all-motor racing series back up and running for Volkswagen. So if you guys are interested in that, if you're in the Northeast, send me a message on Instagram or YouTube. I'll give you guys some info on that. But look forward to seeing all you guys out at the races. And this thing will be going at 10 this year. Stick around.